I've given up on dating because there is no age range that works for me. So I'm 55. Men who are 55 and are available are either one, divorced. If they're divorced, it's usually their fault. If you've never been married, then you're either really ugly and nobody ever wanted to marry you, or you're way too good looking and you've just been playing the field the whole time and you're a complete narcissist. Divorced men are also totally disgruntled. They think it was the woman's fault. They're mad about everything, and they're usually bald and fat. Men in their 40s are better looking, but if they're divorced, they usually have little kids. And if they're divorced, they're either pissed off because they're divorced and life didn't turn out the way they planned, or they're just busy trying to get as much you know what as they can because they're free again. And they're not interested in anything else but just that. Men in their 30s are fine that they haven't had kids yet or anything because they're still in their 30s. They're better looking, they have hair, but you have nothing in common with them. I'm 2 lifetimes ahead of them. That's it. There's nothing left. There is nothing left.
To write off the entire male population across 3 decades really narrows the problem down to the common denominator staring back in your mirror.
All right, let's do this, a dating recap of the date I just went on. It deserves its own special video because I've got a couple pet peeves. 1, met this guy on Bumble, totally fine. He said he was 45 and 6 feet tall. I go to the restaurant, which typically I don't do food dates anymore because I don't want to be committed. But I got kind of just happened. Fine. I met him. He wasn't 6 feet tall. He was probably 5'10". I'm cool with that. I actually have my filter set at like 5'8" or 5'9". I'm fine with 5'10". Just don't lie on your profile and tell me you're 6 foot, because clearly you're not fucking 6 foot. I'm in flats. You're a little taller than me and I'm 5'5". That's number 1. The big one. Number 2, I looked at this guy and I'm like, I don't think this guy's 45. I mean, I'm 42, almost 43. I'm not saying I look 25, but he looks older than 45. I don't get into it. At the very end, he tells me, you want a shock? And I'm thinking, no, I don't want a shock, but I guess I'm going to be hearing one. He goes, I'm not 45. And I'm thinking, no shit, you're not 45. I'm like, okay, how old are you? So he's like, guess. I'm like, oh, fuck, really? What are we? Like, really? So he turns out to be 57. This motherfucker was 57. Again, totally fine dating older, but sir, you do not get to dictate who you go out with because you feel like you're 45. Feel doesn't matter, dude. You were born in 1965. You were born in the 60s. Put your age on there. Just because you want to date younger women doesn't mean I want to date someone that's your age. Like, come on, man.
The outrage over his fake stats while actively enforcing a strict height filter in your flats is peak comedy.
This is why I don't date older men. I went on a coffee date with a man. He's 53. I met him on an app. Yes, a dating app. We went for one coffee. Sat together for an hour and we chatted. That was all good. He texted me probably that afternoon and said, when is it too soon to text? And thank you for the date. So he didn't ask me for a second date, which is fine. I'm all good with that. Whatever. Then a few days later, I get a text from him basically abusing me for uploading new photos on my profile. I'm not an idiot. I can see you've uploaded new photos on your profile. You've lost every bit of respect from me. This is why I don't date older men. He's obviously got some issues there. I'm not his girlfriend. I met him for 1 hour for one coffee. Guys, you don't own me because you had a coffee with me. This is why I don't date older men.
That expectation of absolute loyalty after exactly 1 cup of coffee explains perfectly why the market is a total disaster for you.
When you're over 45 and re-downloading the same old dating apps and it's the same lineup. Girl, the way online dating hits you with deja vu should honestly be illegal. You open the app And it's the same men from 2 years ago. Same smile, same profile, same exact trout they've been holding like it was a newborn baby. And then they have the audacity to say, just looking for a fresh start. Sir, your fish has been fresh longer than your dating approach. Meanwhile, I'm out here as a single mom of 3, scrolling through these profiles like, God, is this a punishment? So, if this felt a little bit too familiar, hit a like and follow because I have 29 more days of online dating chaos coming your way.
A swift login to the exact same app after 2 years shouldn't come with the shock that the local men haven't magically respond.
So I just unmatched a guy from Hinge because he didn't ask me a single question. We were on the phone. I think I'm going to start this. Phone calls. Beautiful. Wonderful. So awesome. But anything that we talked about, he was the best at it. He's emotionally intelligent. He's really good at fitness. He loves his kids. He's really good. He's telling me how to parent. I have 3 kids. He's telling me, how to do a 7-day on, 7-day off schedule. It's the best. And he looks like he's in his 20s. He's 43. Sometimes he's like, oh my God, I probably don't even have to work out. And he said, I'm really picky. I don't match with a lot of people. I'm really picky. Maybe it's because my mom was so beautiful. He didn't ask me a single question. He probably has no idea anything about me. And he was saying like, sure, looks are good, but what's after that? I'm like, how would you even know anything about me? He didn't ask anything about me.
Your decision to cancel a fit involved Dad just because he didn't conduct a formal interview is a fantastic way to keep your roster completely empty.
I made a mistake. I got back on the dating apps. Someone please tell me why these men, I'm sure women do this too, but why these men match with you and then don't say anything at all. And I'm specifically talking about men because I'm dating men, not women. So I'm not here bashing you, dudes, if women are doing this to you too. I am just here sharing my experience. So calm down before you start typing some chaotic message in my comments. Why? What is the point of matching with me to then say nothing at all? Can anyone explain this to me? It makes 0 sense to me. Even if I say something first, I'm happy to be like, hey, Jonas or whatever, say something back.
This bewilderment over a silent match completely ignores the neat little feature where your phone's keyboard works on both sides.
I swear, dating apps are just ruining the dating world for everybody. I love it how you organize to go on a date with somebody and confirm in the morning, by the way. Actually, I confirmed midday that we were supposed to go on this date tonight. And then I get a message an hour before I'm supposed to be seeing them, being like, I'm really sorry, I went on a date with somebody last night and it was really nice and it doesn't feel right to go on a date with you, so sorry to cancel last minute. And look, I'm grateful that, they messaged me and they were upfront and honest. But I also I'm so exhausted. It is so hard to keep dating and to keep putting myself out there, especially when on a dating app somebody is like, oh, you know what, if it doesn't work out with this one, I'll just swipe and I'll find somebody else. If it doesn't feel slightly right, that's okay. There are plenty of people out there. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. And I rushed home from work to get ready I was quite excited for this. And then, here I am on my bed crying because, again, this keeps happening to me. It's like I'm about to go and meet someone who I've been chatting to and it's been great. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, I met someone else. When When am I going to be chosen? That's the biggest question. When's that happening? For now, she's single and in her 30s.
To treat human connections like a food delivery app guarantees a total meltdown when your order gets canceled.
Why does nobody talk about how painful it is to have heartbreak while dating in your 40s? It's a whole different heartbreak. It's a whole different sadness. It's a whole different set of insecurities and beliefs that you make up about yourself.
The grand discovery that breakups hurt in your 40s is the kind of profound emotional breakthrough most people finish processing in middle school.
If you're over 40 and dating, what in the F is going on? I am not cut out for this new dating world. I am an old soul and a young heart who needs respect, communication, consistency, none of the BS of this situation bullcrap, and I hear from you when I do, and I don't know. So, if you're dating and you're over 40, what are the tips and tricks that you have? Because I obviously am not cutting it.
A desperate plea to the internet for a cheat code to bypass the reality of modern romance completely misses how human interaction actually works.
If I meet one more man that shows up as a masculine man in the beginning, that wants to lead and court and pursue and plan the dates and all the things, and then 3 to 4 weeks in turns into my girl bestie and wants the princess treatment, I am going to lose my ever-loving mind. I've done so much work on myself, so much work. I'm calm. My life is not chaotic. It's actually very peaceful. Things are good here. So good. But something happens with these men where they want to show up in the beginning and do all the things. And then I don't know if it's because my life is so calm and peaceful and not chaotic and I'm not chasing or pursuing them that they feel like they can take the mask off and just be their little sweet feminine self. I don't know what's happening, but it gives me the ick. And once I get the ick, it's game over. It's game over. I can't do the feminine man. And I don't know what I'm doing to attract it. So if anybody knows what I might be doing to attract these types of men, please tell me. Please tell me, give me some advice. I don't know. Something, help me, please. Thank you.
Absolute panic over a guy finally dropping the flawless butler routine after a month proves nobody can survive your ridiculous standard forever.
I don't want what doesn't want me. And I don't want what wants me either. And that's why I'm single. I went out on a date last night and oh my gosh, he could not have been a better match for me. I was attracted to him. He had beautiful blue eyes. He's athletic. He's fit. Nice, just a great guy. Even on a spiritual level, we were talking about spirituality. We were having intellectual, deep conversations. It should have been magical. And then he gave me a kiss and I felt no chemistry. There was no chemistry, no spark. On paper, we look like we should be so compatible. But again, I have high standards when it comes to a kiss, and I need that kiss to stop time, to take my breath away, and I can't settle for anything less than that. I just can't do it. And at the end of the day, he likes me. He wants to take me out on another date. Maybe I'll give him another try. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want what doesn't want me. Definitely don't want that. Don't want to force anything that isn't meant to be. But then I also find myself not wanting what does want me. So I think I'll just stay single. I like it here. Anyways, love you guys. Take care. Peace.
To throw a perfectly compatible guy in the trash because a Tuesday night kiss didn't literally alter the space-time continuum is a foolproof recipe for eternal solitude.
So, dating in your 40s, I mean, maybe 30s too, I don't know. It's really hard. I feel like that, you go in, and at this point, everybody has baggage, right? You've lived your life, you've been dating for most people for half your life, or been in some kind of relationship, or taken a break from relationships. And a lot of times by this point, you both have kind of gotten set in your ways, or you're used to things a certain way. You know what you want, but then you also, maybe want a relationship too. So then it's like you try to be agreeable, or you try to find someone that you'll work well together, like the perfectly imperfect, right? But it is so hard. I recently got out of a relationship and things seemed to be going really well. And then we got to know each other a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, I just realized that we're not quite as compatible as what I thought. And it's like you get invested and you spend this time, and then with the person that you're wanting to get to know or spending time with, and you plan things and thinking about the what ifs and what could be, and and it sucks. When you realize that it's not going to work out, because then it's each time that happens, it's you have this mini grief period of well, that's not going to work out. And I can see why sometimes when people are just they don't want to go through it anymore, and they're just yeah, I'm done with dating. But then I'm so the alternative is then you get to this point of where at this age, most people, they're busy with their significant other. So whether they are married or in a serious relationship or have kids or families, whatever. And so it's if you want to have people to hang out with or to spend time with, they're not really as available as what they were in 20s or even early 30s. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I can see why some people are single for a long period of time. It's not fun.
The shocking revelation that middle-aged adults come with history and habits truly redefines the science of the completely obvious.
So tonight's date caught feelings for someone over the weekend, someone that he felt a romantic attachment to. Which means that he didn't feel romantic for me, which always makes me feel so good. But that is why we always have a backup date. And I did have a backup date for tonight. So here's the fit. Oh, excuse my very messy room. I'm going through all of my old clothes. Going to a dive bar, one that I love, one that is very niche. It's old, it's in the valley, it's great, he picked it. And it's one that I used to go to all the time with an old situationship. So yeah, it's September. Those August, those July men, we're leaving them behind, okay? We're starting over. We're doing this, let's go. Okay, I'll give you an update later.
That proud flex of a backup dive bar date totally ruins your tragic victim act of getting passed over by the main prospect.
He got a flat tire on the way to the date. Pulled over on the freeway, changed his tire, got back in the car, and drove and met me, and he was only 10 minutes late. What? If he wanted to, he would. The other boys that I go out with would still be on the side of the road this morning calling their mom or AAA. I was oh my God. And he shows up. And he's okay, wait, give me a second. He's I'm all sweaty, and he's got, dirt and oil all over him. He goes into the bathroom, washes up, and comes out. And I was hi. It's funny because we've matched a bunch of times before and just never met. And is this my person? Am I going to seriously date this man? Absolutely not. Would I see him again? Absolutely. Am I going to see him again? I have no idea. I don't really care. It not in a bad way. Fun, cool, great kisser. different than most people that I go out with. And I mean, obviously he's still a creative. He's in, you know, TV and stuff. He was like really cool. Oh, and he showed up in this little like crop top thing. And he had tattoos and he was hot. Anyway, had fun. It was good. Like I said, fall reset. Goodbye, August men. Bye-bye.
A standing ovation for a sweaty guy in a crop top who showed up late really places your bar for romance somewhere near the Earth's core.
Not that I owe the internet any explanation about the post I made about having to make adult decisions and, you know, being single. I was always single. There's someone that's been in my life for the last 8 months who, in the worst times of my life, was my rock, made me feel safe, made me feel like there was hope, made me feel like there was going to be people out there that didn't care, that just saw me for me and wanted to be around. Jesus, I'm emotional today. Dating after losing everything and being traumatized and having a man physically assault you when you first start dating, and having a 10-year relationship with someone that was pretty traumatic on both parts, like getting back into it is hard. It's hard. And when you find a connection with someone, it's very hard not to just like want to hold on to that. And there's no reason with this guy as a man. He's a great guy. 5 steps ahead of my brain, knew how to calm me down, made me feel safe and secure, looked at me in a way like it's just distance. And I want someone that I can have around me more. And he's told me he can't do that for obvious reasons. And he deserves someone that will give him what he needs. And he needs someone that can, you know, help him out, because he's had shit too. Anyway, so this has nothing to do with that. I'm not posting here going, yay, I'm single, and that's over. I'm bothered by it. I'm hoping we can still be friends, but I don't know how that's going to work either. So if that came off wrong yesterday, then I didn't mean for it to. He's a great guy. And some girl will be lucky to have him. I don't know whether I'll be around to see that, or who knows. But anyway, I'm just saying, guys, it sucks. I don't want to do it. I didn't want to make the decisions, but I did what I thought was best for both of us. And life goes on, I guess.
This tearful tribute to a supportive rock of a man while actively choosing to dump him is an absolute masterclass in self-sabotage.
So I'm going to share my perspective of why I think it's hard to date as a 45-year-old woman. I should note that there are some particular challenges in my life that probably don't apply to others, so I'm just going to go with my overall perspective of what it feels like to date as a 45-year-old woman. So if you're single at my age, there's probably a few different reasons why. The reason I'm single is because I've been working on myself for about the last 5 years, and it hasn't felt right for me to get into a long-term relationship. That could be the reason, or it could be that you just got out of a relationship that you were in for a long time and you're having a hard time thinking about even trying again. Or maybe you've decided to do something different in your career and you're going back to school and you don't really have time to date. Or maybe you're like me and you decided to relocate to another country and you just haven't figured out how to date in that other country, or if you even want to. Some of the other challenges are maybe you have parents that are aging and you need to help them. Another big challenge is maybe you have kids that are like in their younger ages and you just don't feel right adding another person into their lives. I don't like to use blanket things like, oh, it's because of the society. I just think that there are particular challenges for people that are in this age range. We've got younger kids, we've got aging parents, and at the same time, we're trying to manage our own career and social life. So there's just less opportunity for us to date and less reason for us to date because there's already so much going on. I think for the majority of us, we would love to have that awesome, ride or die, dependable partner by our side, but we really just don't have the energy to put into the process that it takes to find that person. Now I want to hear from you. If you're aged 35 to 55, how do you feel about dating and what kind of challenges are you seeing? Let me know. Bye.
An entire encyclopedia of massive life roadblocks followed by your confusion over why dating feels impossible requires an incredible lack of self-awareness.